Guys, if you're watching this, if you look down the comment section, you're going to have something you can click on to where you get.
For your audience, we're going to give them two things. We're giving them two things. One is that we're giving them the URL of your dedicated partner page. And actually there they can get a free license. We have a free license offer right now. Oh. So don't take risks. Get the free license, go around, play around, download some templates, make some results.
You heard it here first, people.
Come out of the box, boy.
Good and decent people of YouTube, anti-Karen soldiers and lieutenants out there. Welcome to a very special presentation of the TBC that you know and love. We have with us Mr. Mohammed Esfi from RTILA Automation Software. Now, you may be familiar with what that means. I am not. But what I do know is that I have quite a few of you guys out there that run your own businesses, that run your own social media campaigns, and also you guys run something online that I think could use this. So we're going to talk to Mr. Mohammed Esfi about what his company does and why we think that maybe you should take a look at it. And I'm going to take a look at it too. Anyway, how you doing, sir?
Very good, very good. And thank you, Douglas, for having me in this. And I think you made it very clear. And we are all entrepreneurs, yourself, myself, maybe most of your audience. Everyone as a human, we need to, put food on the table.
Exactly. And one thing I find is everybody now is a multitasker, right? When it comes to online, it's you may have a job here, you may have to go out to work, but just the way the economy works here, especially in America, and just the way that the internet has diversified all of us, everybody has 2 or 3 things going on to put that food on the table. Yeah. And a lot of my audience also does. So I thought that this would be interesting to those who care about stuff like this.
I think even the way you said it is very nice that in the modern time, we're dealing with more and more things. And actually, there are some studies, I think they were made in the US, that the human brain was not prepared to deal with so many tasks.
Yes, I read that.
Yeah, like we used to just farm, you have like 3 tasks in the day. Get the animals out, give them water, get some food, come back, fire, food, the brain can handle that. But today, especially when we're sitting in front of computers, like if I'm to calculate how many tasks I do per day, it's probably in the hundreds.
Yeah, it's uncalculable because even when you're doing those tasks now, we have background tasks, just like the computer does, going on. So, it's I think we are a few people said that the next level is to put the chip in the brain, and that's when we're, what do they call it? That's when we reach our singularity, but we're not there yet. But let's just provide. Yeah, we are right there of what our brain can handle, I think. To both good and bad.
Yes, your allegory of the chip is interesting. Let us have the opportunity to use RTILA before we use the chip and delegate some tasks to RTILA bots.
Go ahead. Yes, exactly. What is RTILA? Tell us what it is and how it works, why we need it.
Yes, so what is RTILA? RTILA is a desktop software that is designed to manipulate and operate your browser to automate your tasks that you do online inside the browser. So whatever you do with your keyboard, mouse, copy, paste, click here, download, upload, writing, all these tasks that you do, and often we do repetitively,
right?
Those can be automated with RTILA. So you can create, I can give a demo later, but you can create data slots, we call properties, and then you can create commands. So the commands, they do the actions, and the properties, they capture the data. Those are the two main things that I will show you.
Let's see what that looks like.
We can just jump right into it. Maybe I can share my screen. So I'm going to launch RTILA. That's the first thing. So you see it's a desktop software. It's coming up. Can put our video away. All right. So this is the screen when you launch RTILA. So you can create a new project. But once you have projects, you come on the left panel here, and you basically have all your projects that you're working on. As you can see, I have 1,300. I do a lot. Yes. But you know, each project, it means that you're saving hours per day of work, maybe more. So as you go, you build. Yeah.
It handles that many at one time.
Oh yeah. This is nothing. My partners, some of them have over 2,000, 3,000. And also in terms of data, like it holds data, we can scrape data in the hundreds of thousands, almost 1 million is not a big deal with this software. So you could scrape 1 million data rows. And it's not, and that's the reason why we use a desktop software, because many other software, they chose to be either a SaaS or a browser extension, but then you lose in terms of scalability and capacity. But because we're a desktop software, we use your processor, your memory, so then we are not limited by the web infrastructure, and we can deal with much more data.
Okay.
So for example, here I have a project that I just updated it. It's about Google Maps, and the way you do is that you can download and import this project. So you can download it from our website, and then you come here, new project, and you import the file. That's how it works. And then it will pop up right here. And this is what we call the inspector. So I'm going to open the inspector to show you how this project is built. Window. Actually, maybe we can do it. We can customize it to your case. Tell me one type of business in your city, and we're going to do it in your city.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since I'm working with music studios, let's go music studios.
All right. So let's do that. So it's as simple as this. You do your search on Google of what you want to find and where, and then you come here and you copy the URL.
Okay. So and that's what I'm downloading. The URL itself is what I'm putting into the application.
Yes.
Okay.
So the way we build, it depends on the project, but the way we build this project is that the start URL is the one that already has the search done. Okay. So I can come here in the settings, configure, and instead of searching plumber, I'm going to search here what I got from Google, which is Stone Mountain and Music Studios. Now I'm going to save this. And now when I launch this, it's going to use your query here, you see? Let me launch it. We're going to inspect it again. And then let's take the first studio, this one. So I click, it's going to open its page. And then it's should grab its data. Is it coming up? Let's reload. Here, I'm impatient.
It's all right. I saw it finally came up. Okay.
Yeah, okay, good. So you see, we're catching the studio name. They don't have reviews, indeed. They don't have reviews yet, which actually is a good opportunity, because this can be a service to help them to get the first reviews and build trust. So the absence of reviews is actually valuable.
Okay. And
you get the subtitle. Sorry, yeah.
So how can you use the app to help them generate reviews?
So that would be another automation. So this first automation is find the need, is finding clients who don't have something. Gotcha. That's the idea of this one. Yeah. So maybe I can just introduce to you how it works very quickly.
Sure.
So the first thing we do usually is that we want to make sure that we are catching the data. So one simple way is that, I'll give you an example here. I can create a new property here, and I call it company name. If I was doing this from scratch, you see here, I created company name. It comes at the end here.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's empty.
Oh.
The way it works is that we have this here CSS selector where you can click and then you can point and select. So this is the company name. I click it, boom, it populated the CSS locator. Now it's able to get the company name. You see it here?
Yeah, I see it.
So you go about like this. You create a property for the title here, and then you create a property for the address. So you click point, until you create all the properties. So I already created all the properties here for all the relevant data that appear in this page. Yeah.
Right.
And then I saved it. So now I know that once we open this business page in Google Maps, RTILA has the properties. So you can look at properties as data buckets. They will receive the data and hold it.
Gotcha.
So now I got my data. I covered everything that I want. I go back to the automation panel. Yeah, we got the data. We know how to get the data. Now I switch to the, we were in the inspection panel. I switched to the automation panel. So the first thing I do is that you see here, if we don't scroll down, we're going to miss results because Google has this unlimited scroll. You have to scroll it so that you can get all the data.
Right.
So that's what I use first here. It's called the scroll command. And then I just tell it to scroll this window here. You see it's highlighted in yellow.
Right. So now it's every single thing that's on there.
Yes. And the good thing is that we already programmed it to scroll in an infinite way. And then it will recognize when it hits the bottom rock, and then it will stop scrolling. So that's why we call it the infinite, I think in English.
Mm-hmm.
And between each scroll, let's wait 5 seconds for the data to load. So it will scroll, wait 5 seconds, scroll down, wait 5 seconds, until it reaches the bottom. That's what this command does. And let me show you how to add a command. So let's say if we started from scratch.
One thing said there, minute. But you said second. Let me see that one again. The wait 5.
Sorry?
I think you made it.
Oh, the seconds,
5.
yeah.
So
here, wait. So this is minimum wait time. Sorry.
Oh, minimum wait time. Okay, thank you.
Maximum wait time. Yeah. Why we do this is because sometimes you want to create some randomness in the waiting, just like it was a human. You stop to get a coffee or something.
Exactly.
So if you want it to wait between 10 seconds and 5 minutes, you could do it.
Okay.
And then it will really look like a human.
What's
but
the
when you want to wait
of making yourself look like a human in this case?
Yes.
What's
for some
benefit?
websites, it's useful.
Okay.
Yeah. For here, we don't have to do it. Google they have a very good bandwidth and they have very good servers and infrastructure.
Oh, okay.
So they can
I got you. I got you now. Good deal.
So let's say I was starting. I can add this new command. The way I do it is that I click new command at the bottom right, and then I go here, and we have two types of commands. We have what we call the official commands, which are made by our team and are built into the software as native commands. And we recently opened to third-party made commands. So that means that you could have a developer make your own commands and import them and use them. You don't have to wait for us to create new functionalities. You can bring them on. So this is for JavaScript and Node.js developers. So you can see here I have a bunch of custom commands that we developed separately. But this command of scroll, so I just search for scroll, and then it appears here, and then I can add the command, and that's it. I can configure it now. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
So this is how you add commands. And what I've done is that I added the command to scroll down up to the end. That's one thing. Once we scroll down, then we will have access to all these clickable company names. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then I use a click on element. So this is a click command, and then I tell it to click all the links that have maps/place, because I noticed that the profiles of each company have maps/place in the URL. So this way, it will only click the business profiles. It will not click, the about us, the privacy policy of Google, and so on. It will only click about every company window and open it like this.
Okay.
So that's what it does. And you can see that here it finds 25 of them. That means that it's creating a loop of 25. It's going to click all the 25. But actually, after the scroll, there may be 100. And so it will cache all the 100.
Okay.
And then right here, I tell it, I say open it in a new tab because I don't want to lose my search here. So it will click and open in a new tab. Just like when you do with your mouse, you will right click and open in a new tab, right?
Mm-hmm.
So RTILA will do that. Will click in a new tab. And once you see here, it's nested commands. That means that after I click, I have other commands after the click, but it belongs to the same loop.
Okay.
So after I click, I'm going to wait 10 seconds that the page will display with the page that has the data. So I wait 10 seconds here. I can wait 15 seconds if my internet is slow. If your internet is fast, you can even wait 5 seconds is enough. So after 10 seconds, I'm going to extract the results. So this is the most important command, is the extract, because once this command is launched, it will go and save all this data. It will save it in our internal database.
Okay.
Yeah, and once I extract the result. Yeah.
Once you have that saved, so this is just the part one. This seems really, really cool. So once I have all of these saved, I made this query. I have all of the information now saved. All of this is saved inside the app, and I can go in here and just say, I want to see everybody who doesn't have reviews or who doesn't have whatever it is that I'm looking for, and target all of them in one click.
Exactly. Yeah. Let me show you. So just to finish this this part. So once we open the new tab in a new page, we cache the data. We need to close that tab to come back to the main search page. Yeah, and then click the next one. Okay. So that's the last command I have. So you see here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 5 commands, I operated almost like a web marketing business. You could provide this as a service to your clients. So that's what RTILA does, is that it's a software that can create software, because I can convert this into a software and give it to my clients and they can run it, even though they don't have RTILA.
Whoa!
That's what we call.
Are you kidding me? So
yeah, no. Oh. I will show you the feature. Actually, I will show you right now.
That is
so you can create your own automation software and sell it.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to see it, we can do it in the next step.
Do it. I want to see this.
Yes. So let's first mature this automation. Make sure that it catches the data and it's good. Yeah. And then we will transform it a little bit to be used by a customer. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's run it. And let's see if we find if we can get some data about the studios in your area. So now I go here and I run it. And you have 2 options. You can run it on your computer, or you can run it on the cloud.
Okay.
So the cloud is a paid feature, but then it can run day and night, and then you just close your computer. But if you want to save money, you just run it on your own computer. This is what I do. Anyway, you have to test on your own computer to see what's going on,
Right.
So I'm going to run it. And what it does is that it's going to kick off Google Chrome. And then, look, my hands are here, yeah? So I remove this. My hands are in front of you. RTILA is right now, this is your search. And now RTILA is going to start scrolling. It should scroll. You see the scrolling there?
Yes.
It scrolls, it waits 5 seconds. It scrolls again, it waits 5 seconds, yeah?
Outstanding.
Yeah, there's a lot of studios. That's the good thing about America. When you do a search in the US about something, there's like 20 times more results than in Europe.
Yeah. Our economy.
There's like such a high density of businesses. It's amazing.
And, well, what did it say? We are a consumer-based economy, consumer and service-based economy, man.
It's fantastic, yeah. Like you see, we've reached the end. You see at the bottom, we've reached the end. So now we start to open the first one, Aeon Studio, yeah.
Yep.
And if I look at here, RTILA Studio, it's telling us what it's doing right now. So it clicked, it got the first result. You see, one result, we got it.
Good.
So here you can follow up if it's catching the data or not. So now it's probably opening the second one, yeah. Now it's going to the third one. Go forward. So I can make it faster. Like I could reduce to 5 seconds. I can even stop loading the images and double the speed. But for learning purposes, I think it's good to see it unfolding like this.
Right.
Maybe we can wait to have like 10 results.
All of this is happening. It looks like it's on the same tab. It's just bringing up each one.
Yeah. Now you see here, there is Music Studio, the result. But as soon as you close the tab, it reopens it. So we don't have time to see it, you see?
Okay.
But this is our result page. And this is the new tab, but it opens. So look, pay attention. You're going to see as soon as it closes the tab here, it opens a new one.
Another one comes up. Yep. Got you.
Yeah. So let's see how many we caught right now. We have 5. Maybe let's wait for 7. Let's wait for 10, just so that we can notice if we have some data that is missing, or because sometimes in some areas you have more data. You see here, they have 2 websites. When I was doing my development and my tests in Mauritius, people only have 1 website, but I just saw that, and you see people can also put their YouTube, I see here.
Yeah.
So let's go around. So we need enough examples to figure out if we are missing any data, and then we can add the properties. So maybe now we have about 10 or 12. Yeah, so I will stop, but if I don't stop it, it will go through all those results. Whether there are 100 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. RTILA will, it's really super optimized. I run some automations that lasted 200 hours. So he was doing this job for 200 hours.
And this is just going on in the background. Let me ask you this. How, I'm sure it varies with every browser or your computer, but how much space, how much RAM is this taking up in the background as I'm
very little
other tasks?
Very little. Okay. Like, let's look at it. So if I open my tasks, it takes as much as the browser. Actually, the browser is the one that takes a lot.
Right. Awesome. Okay, so
I'm gonna stop it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And let's look at the results. And also, I want to show you how to make use of the results. So now it's done. I go to the results panel, and I can see here my results. I have 20, and I can preview here the results, and I can see these are the companies it went through. Recording studio. This one, they open 24 hours in the US. That's cool. That's also a good thing, you know. People who open 24 hours a day may need security. They may need a shift, a second team, you know.
Yeah. So if you're a security company, you could use
exactly
to in every state you want to be in, or every city you are in, and say, who can I call next? Who needs?
Yeah. Like I don't. Maybe you have the same in America, but you have some companies that have motorbikes and cars of their security, and they do rounds like every hour in your area.
Right.
So if I know that these recording studios are open 24 hours a day, I can tell them, do you want to be part of our round? Anyway, we go in that area. We can every hour, you know, pass by at a very minimum fee. And I would go like this and approach those companies.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we can see that we're getting some data right here. And you see here, many, they have the ad website. So I could sell to these guys' website. And look what I've done also. I catch the image, and also I catch the claim business, because sometimes it's a user that created the entry. It's not even the business.
Right.
So this tells me that somebody created this and they are not the owner. So I can go and reach out to the owner and say, dude, you're missing on traffic. You don't even own your own listing on Google Maps.
So this claim business means you can claim that. In other words, that website is open. The name of that website is open.
That's right. So Google allows you to claim because this entry has not been claimed. It was entered by a user, but it was not claimed as an owner.
Okay.
So it's a good indication. Yeah.
Really?
Because it means that one, somebody listed it. That means there is a need. And second, it's probably receiving traffic. And the company doesn't even know that they're having traffic on Google Maps.
Has no idea.
So you see the power of the tool.
I see it, yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the tool is just a tool, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a powerful tool, but what empowers the tool, or what empowers the business, is your head. Now this has to be very clear. Yeah. So you see, you have a clear idea on what you want to do.
Right.
What you have to do as a user, especially for business people like you and me. I'm not a tech guy. I'm not a developer. But I can see that I can sell something to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, what we need to do is break it down into smaller, repeatable steps that are, predictable.
Yes.
You need to ensure predictability, that when the software is going to go, they will always find the phone number in this area, the name here, you know. So you have to divide your business process into predictable, small automation steps.
Okay.
Then you run the first one. So the first one was catch the data about this theme in this area. Yeah?
Gotcha.
But this step, Douglas, can take you 1 week. And then maybe you're going to do it in the 10 cities around. So you're going to run this 10, 20 times. Maybe you're going to end up with 10,000 rows of data. That starts to become very good, because you have to count for, maybe you only have a conversion ratio and a potential of finding clients. Maybe it's only 3%, you know?
Okay. Right.
So given that statistics, you need to gather 10,000, 100,000. With RTILA, it's possible, especially in the US. you can very quickly gather 100,000 lines of data. Now you start good. Then you can start like refining. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, next step. What would be the next step?
So the next step now that I have all of the information, first of all, people pay a lot of money. These are leads. We're generated leads, and for maybe well, we were talking for a little bit, but let's just say half an hour, 45 minutes of work. Oh no! You've been teaching me. That seems in about 15 minutes of work, you could generate. I mean, just let it go and have thousands of leads generated for whatever it is that you specifically wanted to, make a column for, right?
That's right.
So that's amazing. So the next step for me is, let's just use the same. Let's just use the review process, because I know more people will be able to use that.
I think your example is very good.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, your example is very good, but you highlighted something that I want to jump on, if you allow me, if I may.
Okay.
You said that we spent half an hour, but technically, for you will spend 0 minutes, because you come to RTILA.com and you go to our marketplace, and we have more than 100 ready-made automations. So I can just go here and I search for my business. And then you just download it. You download it and you just run it. You change, you put your URL with your keyword. So that's a 1 minute work. You download it, you configure it, you launch it.
So everything that we just did on the website, you already have like a version of that.
Yeah. You can download all this. You can download. So let's say you want something about Facebook. Then you can see what we have for Facebook, and we're adding every week. We're adding. So you can scrape users. You can mass. This one is very powerful. Auto post on groups, so you can find all the groups that talk about music in your area or even in the US, and you can prepare posts and auto post every week. On those groups.
Wow. What about Instagram? Can you auto post on Instagram?
Yeah, we have some on Instagram. We're going to release a big series of automations for social media. We have a few for Instagram. It's mainly for export followers and auto like somebody's post.
Okay.
But I think in the next 2-3 weeks we will have at least 4 or 5 automations for every social media that are ready made. You just download and go.
Instagram, all of that stuff, everything that I deal with, especially.
Yeah. So right now we have about 100. Yeah, we have 100 automation templates. But this is growing every week, every month. We are adding a couple. The next automation I'm going to do would be to go. So you can also feed that. RTILA can read data from a CSV file or from a text file from your computer.
Okay, right.
So you can go to that CSV file that I got from my first automation, and then it will pick up the company name, the location, go on Facebook, find the Facebook page, grab the Facebook page URL, save it back in the CSV, go on LinkedIn, find the LinkedIn URL, paste it back on the CSV, go to where they may be, and try to find their profile, come back, feed it there.
Right.
And then I can go.
It's doing this for you in the background.
Yeah. So this step is very powerful. So you enrich your data, and then I can connect to Apollo.io or some others that gives you the email address and the phone number. So I go with company name, location. I grab the email, paste it there. Grab the phone, paste it there, and it also gives me the name of people. Yeah. The CEO is okay. I get the CEO, his name. Now I have a person name, company name, location, phone number, email, social media profiles.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I can start my machine gun marketing. So then I can do. So my approach is that emailing is the last resort communication channel, because it costs more money. It's a bit more intrusive. So I use it as the last one. So what I would do then, I will use one of RTILA automations, and for everyone that I find a Facebook profile, I will go to their page and post a comment. Get myself known. And then I can go into the page, go to the admin of the page, and follow the admin, add him as a friend, and then message him.
Okay.
In Facebook. And then I go in LinkedIn. I add them as I follow their page, something like that. I invite them as a contact, and then I shoot them a message.
And can that be automated as well?
Yeah, that can be
follows,
automated.
likes, comments.
Follow, like, message, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you can go back and check if there is an answer, and then maybe shoot you an email when there is an answer, or do something. You can plan everything that you have in your mind as long as it's on the browser. RTILA can do it.
So the thing is, this is what I'm seeing. How good this is just how much you can think of to use it. It's how you can.
Exactly.
There's no limit to what you can do with it, really, and what you can ask of it, or how it can affect your business as opposed to a different type of business. Every single one of us, like someone like me, would have a million different things I can think of that I could use with this to help my business, or even start a new one, start selling these automations. Then someone else would have a whole different million things that they could do with it. And it's all about how much you want to get out of it, or how much you plan it before you start a search, I should say.
Yeah, indeed. And I think the wisdom that would be interesting for a new user like you to acquire, I mean, it's a learning process. When I first learned about automation, I was trying to shoot at every bird that flies in the sky. Right. So I was collecting millions of data rows. Millions of data rows. And then I got actually at one point I had 8 million data about companies, and then I was sitting, I got all these files, and it froze my mind.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I can't even move. This is too much. Like,
right.
So that's the double-edged sword. Is that it's so powerful that you go and then you do too much of it.
Right.
But it's a learning process. But when you come in, what I would say is, like you have an idea, so that you don't waste the time that I wasted and energy. You have to build in your targeting from day one. That would be very useful.
Right.
Like, be super conscious, super targeted. Go to only where you think that you can make a sale and you have an offer. And then there is the second point, Douglas. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to get people, companies contact or whatever. But then there is a very important parameter, is when are you going to contact them? And RTILA also can bring a big power, is that you can come as Douglas and say, I find these 10 people who create articles and blogs or whatever about music, and a lot of my clients are following that person or that blog.
Okay.
I'm going to build an automation from RTILA that every time those guys post a message, it will go every 5 minutes to check their website. If there is a new post, and then all the people who comment, I get their contact detail. I'm the first one in their inbox.
Wow.
That's targeting the intent and the what how you call it, the keyword, what they like. But it's also time targeting. It's time, how you call it, time targeting, because you're the first one to reach out to them. Yeah, it's super important. Once you bring these two together, the conversion ratio goes up much likely, because if you email someone that manifested an interest a month ago, you already lost a lot. If it's last year, it's not even. But if you're fresh in the hour or in the day, you're probably ahead of 95% of your competition.
But this is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I think one of the best things, before we leave here, I think one of the best things is the templates. Because that can help with that focus. Just being able to see, okay, I didn't think of that. I want this template to try and do this. That is a really, really, really powerful tool for a newbie like myself getting into it. The last question I do want to ask, though, is there any training for anything like this? Is there more? Because everything that you're saying to me is something I'm like, man, I didn't think about. I didn't even know about that. Is there like a weekly, a monthly, or just something on YouTube, or is there training that you guys give if you're a part of your network, if you join RTILA?
Yeah. So your question is right on point, in demand and in time.
Okay.
So what we've done is that we created the documentation. We have a documentation that has 120 articles about every command.
Oh, wow.
And then we did few tutorials on our YouTube channel, but then we realized that, especially business people, there are some technical concepts that you need to understand in your head. It took me a long time to understand them as a business person.
Yeah.
And then I realized that if you really want to operate RTILA and get the best out of it, you need to understand a few concepts like what is a loop, what is a CSS locator,
Okay.
how to break a loop, what is a variable. Very simple things that programmers, for them, it's like their language.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've done, and I think we're going to launch it by the end of the year or early January, we created the whole curriculum from zero, from A to Z.
Wow.
So we are launching RTILA Academy in 2 weeks. We already have 4 courses that are ready, and we're going to have about 12 courses. And the 12 courses will take you like through all the things in the right order. And the idea is that if you can spend 100 hours of learning, you as a non-programmer, you spend 100 hours, yeah?
Uh-huh.
You're going to start to do some magic.
Right. Right. So
yeah, because then whatever you have in your head, you can do 90% of it. And then for the remaining 10%, because you're not a developer and sometimes there are some tricky things, then we have a service that is very cheap where we unlock your last 10-20% of your automation for a small fee. So we have RTILA Prime subscription, where you pay, right now it's ridiculous, it's $9 per month. And our team can finish your automation 1 per day. You can submit up to 1 per day. So that means you can do 20 automations per month. We help you finish them. So first, for your audience, we're going to give them 2 things. We're giving them 2 things. One is that we're giving them the URL of your dedicated partner page. And actually there, they can get a free license. We have a free license offer right now.
Oh.
So don't take risks. Get the free license, go around, play around, download some templates, make some results.
You heard it here first, people.
Go make some money. Don't take my words. I'm part of the team, so of course, go and experience it. Download templates, fail, come back to us, figure it out, and then once you're ready, you can use the discount code that Douglas, your dedicated discount code. If you want to upgrade to a paid license, you will get 10% or something like that. Yeah, 10%, but that's very good. So when you go to your page, they get a free license, and then whenever the audience wants to upgrade, they get 10% discount. That's the offer. Yeah. And then the Academy is completely free for users. So as soon as you have the free license, it opens the Academy for you, free and unmetered, and knowledge is made available for free.
People, are you not entertained? Listen. Listen, this is why you come to me. You guys know this. We're going to be doing a live on Christmas Eve, people. And it's all because you guys have benefited from this channel in some way, but also I've benefited from you, right? So I'm giving something back here, and really, RTILA is more than I thought it was going to be, and has completely surpassed my expectations. Mohammed, thank you so much for this. You guys see it, free license under my partnership. Okay, so wow, thank you so much, Mohammed. Thank you. That's awesome.
Pleasure. We're honored, and for us, we have a specific vision. With my partners, because there's different ways you can monetize your software. So right now, even if it's paid, it's a lifetime payment. You pay once, you own the software forever. So not all the softwares are like that. Most of them are subscription based. So at this moment, it's really like ridiculously cheap. You can start with $99 and you have a lifetime license. Yeah. So that's and why we do that. Why we do a free license for your audience, and then why we do the lifetime, and why are we cheaper than what we should do? We should be is because we have this idea that everyone should benefit from this, because automation is really an equalizer. Like you cannot complain that you don't have capital. You cannot say, no, I'm in Africa, I'm in Asia, I don't have X, I don't have Y. No. You have a brain, you have internet, you have a browser,
you have RTILA.
You have RTILA. Go. And now what is interesting, and I think you highlighted it, I want to go back to it, Douglas, if I may.
Sure.
You said you said that you had so many different business ideas. There are so many things you could do, but you don't do them. And then the question is, why don't we do all the businesses that come to our mind? Is because we do not have the financial capacity and the human resources to launch them.
The time.
Because there are so many businesses that need a certain threshold of human input before they start to make money.
Right.
So the opportunity is there, but because of the human cost, we don't even dare to start it.
Right.
Imagine now the HR cost is gone because it's a bot that is going to do that work. So if it was 10 hours to find 10 emails, as a human, I can't do it. But if it's 10 hours of RTILA bot doing it, finding 10 emails, what the hell?
It's done.
No problem.
Consider it done.
So what is interesting is that not only you have an opportunity of finding leads and growing. So it's almost like a growth hacking software. It really can make your business grow organically for virtually free. But not only that, it will enlarge the spectrum of the possible businesses that you can take on, because you have removed the equation of human time, at least from the beginning. So startups, entrepreneurs, those who don't have financing, use your brain, automate things, and then appear as a big company, because it's almost like you have 10 people behind. You can appear as a big company. That's
It's awesome, man. I'm sorry, I'm silent. That's awesome. That's awesome. You got me stunned, man. You got me silent over here, which is hard to do. Everybody knows that. Let's be honest. If you're doing something, if you're trying to get something off the ground, you're already doing that 100 hours of work. And it's only you doing one thing at a time. So 100 hours of learning to have a bot do 100 things at a time is more than more than a sufficient reason to be here right now. But you're right. You got to tell them that afterwards. You got to give them that motivation. Yeah. But I know that my audience is already motivated.
You can already do good results with 20 hours of learning.
Mm-hmm.
The 100 hours, I said, you do magic.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Magic. What I mean by magic, it means that you can almost automate anything that you think of. That requires 100 hours.
That's where I want to be. Hopefully, we have some other chats coming up too for other things. We won't include them on this one, but I haven't forgot about them. We are going to be talking again. Hopefully, by the time we talk again, I will have had 50 to 60 of those 100 hours done. If not the full 100.
No, definitely. And like you said, the templates are a very good learning step, because you see the commands, you see the logic, and you say, I just have to customize to my things. I change the URL, I change the keyword, tack, then I get the concept.
And I think that what makes that template so good is the ideas. Saying, okay, well, I saw what he did. I'm here because I saw, what was on the Team Box Cutter channel. I saw what Muhammad was talking about, but I'm not really sure what to automate. The templates can start you off with the words with just the ideas, like, okay, yeah, I think I could use that. Let's try it. And you start to manipulate it as you learn it.
No, that's very true. Yeah. And it opens your mind as to what you can do. You're right.
Right. Exactly.
I don't want to grade the sky, but you said that it's very necessary and very useful to take on automation, even if it's not with RTILA. But as business owners, there are two things right now. Like they say, either you surf the wave or the wave will smash you.
Right.
That concept, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, the wave that is coming up to us is automation plus AI.
AI, I was just going to say, that's the wave.
Yeah.
If
you don't take that wave, that wave is going to smack you back to Stone Age.
Yep.
So as a business owner, yeah?
Yes.
So RTILA does both. RTILA does automation, and we have native integration with ChatGPT. So you can detect intent. You can take a paragraph and see, are they angry? Do they want to buy? And if it's angry, if it's want to buy, I do this or that. So imagine the power of recognizing the intent with the AI, crafting a message that is unique to the person before sending the email. So these two together, AI and automation, if you don't use them right now, it's almost like life or death for your business.
Yes.
Competitiveness wise.
If you're online, especially, like everyone, I mean, if your business is online, my God, yes.
Yeah, you're done. If you don't do it, the others are going to do it.
That was awesome. That was awesome. I really appreciate it. And we'll be in touch soon. Guys, right down there in the comment section. You heard it. You see it. It's a free license. It's a free license. Try it out. Fail at it. Come back. See what it's looking like. Take the academy. If you do it now, you're already going to be ready for the academy and learning and learning and learning. So I think you see the value in this like I did. And you know that I wouldn't put anything on this channel that I didn't see the value in it. You know that at least. So check it out, guys. Check it out. I think this is something worth looking at. And I know I'm going to be using this a lot. So, man, thank you so much, Mohammed.
Please enjoy the holidays and happy holidays to everyone. Wishing you the best for the coming year, especially for you, Douglas. Family, health, business, entourage, peace to everyone.
Thank you. And the same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Rosh Hashanah, Kwanzaa, and everything else, solstice, everything that you guys enjoy. I want you to enjoy it. Be happy, be awesome. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye, Douglas. Bye, everyone.